How strong is Dr. Manhattan?
Dr. Manhattan. In the world of DC, gods exist as the strongest, but this one god is the strongest because he exists. Going from a normal human to a being that can control all of existence, this story is like no other because God was supposed to first create the world, but this time, the world created God.
Oh my gosh, it's already doing it. He's already tickling my brain, bro. He's already doing that thing that he does every time I watch his videos. These one-liners be hitting, bro. Last time I told you made my insides feel funny. You did that. This time you got my brain speculating shit.
But this time, the world created God. Dr. John Osterman was a man of science before becoming a god of paradox, a nuclear physicist who was on the verge of discovering the secrets of the universe, but he had no idea how much he would learn. Caught in the heart of a radioactive particle test, John Osterman was unmade, torn apart at the subatomic level, disassembled down to the whisper of an electron. Yet death was not his destiny. He returned, but not as a man, but something far beyond comprehension, being bathed in an eternal blue glow, unbounded by space or time. He'd become Dr. Manhattan. His very existence.
Why is it Manhattan? Who is Manhattan? Like, I get the doctor part, but like Doctor Strange, his last name was Strange. His last name is Osterman. Where did Manhattan come from?
Being bathed in an eternal blue glow, unbounded by space or time. He'd become Dr. Manhattan. His very existence defied the fabric of reality, where others saw past, present, and future as distinct. He perceived them all as one. Time was not a river, but an ocean. He walked its depths with a gaze that pierced through the illusions of sequence. The weight of omniscience was both a gift and a curse. Foreseeing all outcomes, he was left with the fact that he knew the end before the beginning even started.
Oh.
A prisoner to his own mind.
Wow.
Dr. Manhattan wielded the power that can bend the very laws of the cosmos to his will. Reality itself was his canvas, and he painted it with the strokes of omnipotence. Being one of the most
Say it again. Say it again.
Dr. Manhattan wielded the power that can bend the very laws of the cosmos to his will. Reality itself was his canvas, and he painted it with the strokes of omnipotence. Being one of the most powerful beings in existence, his strength is ridiculous. He can manipulate matter with ease, transmutate elements, shift molecules, and even forge life itself from the void. In his presence, gravity bowed, light bent, and space danced to his commands. The multiverse trembled beneath the magnitude of his might. He was a force beyond comprehension, a walking singularity, an archetype of possibilities. And when the walls of reality cracked, he didn't witness the fracture, he decided their shape. As Dr. Manhattan changed an event which fractured quantum reality, as each new timeline was being fractured by choices made in different ones. And Dr. Manhattan was the observer outside of all of it, where each reality was made real. And going even further beyond this, the life of existence itself is within Dr. Manhattan's hands. As Dr. Manhattan was able to—
What? Run it the f back. Because what did you just say to me? I need to understand how powerful he is.
And Dr. Manhattan was the observer outside of all of it, where each reality was made real. And going even further beyond this, the life of existence itself is within Dr. Manhattan's hands. As Dr. Manhattan was able to erase 10 years from existence itself, meaning every being in existence had 10 years removed from their life.
What the
Even beings who exist beyond mortal comprehension, like Mr. Mixie, a fifth-dimensional imp that can break the fourth wall and hold the entire DC multiverse as if it was a 2D disc, recognize him as something beyond reckoning. He has the ability to erase things from existence.
Does that mean he's stronger than Mr. Mixie, whatever that character name was?
Dimensional imp that can break the fourth wall and hold the entire DC multiverse as if it was a 2D disc. Recognize him as something beyond reckoning.
The imp that can hold the multiverse in his hands like a disc can't even comprehend Dr. Manhattan, or what you say, can't even reckon him. What does that mean?
He has the ability to erase things from existence, with existence erasure being so potent that you won't go to the afterlife. it'll be like you never even existed, as Dr. Manhattan has even erased Superman in the DC metaverse. Dr. Manhattan can control practically all forms of energy, the emotional spectrum, magic, and even the speed force itself.
He can control your emotions? The emotional spectrum. That sounds like he can control your emotions. So basically, whatever he wants, it will happen because of him. That's insane to think about. Somebody has that power, that you are basically living in a simulation of what Dr. Manhattan wants you to do.
Spectrum, magic, and even the speed force itself. With the speed force being a cosmic force that allows speedsters to break the laws of physics, where motion becomes infinite. Within the DC multiverse itself, many versions are created through timelines and retcons, with there being a countless amount of worlds and characters that are created with every decision. But Dr. Manhattan is different. Even though the entire timeline, and sometimes even the entire story changes, Dr. Manhattan remains unaffected, as there's only one Dr. Manhattan throughout infinite creation. Many characters within the DC multiverse have sat on the Mobius chair, with this chair being infused with a portion of Dr. Manhattan's power, and this chair grants characters like Wally West and Batman to have nigh omniscience, being able to see the future and the past simultaneously, just like the power that resides in it. And within the dark multiverse, there's a Batman who stops holding back. Scouring infinite timelines, the Batman who laughs finds a Batman with the powers of Dr. Manhattan and wants to take this power for himself, proving that even the darkest night is nothing without his strength. Dr. Manhattan is capable of biofission, as he's able to replicate and split himself apart, and he's capable of dividing his quantum consciousness among separate physical forms.
I know I said Sun Wukong was strong, but there's levels to this. Dr. Manhattan has definitely surpassed Sun Wukong. Dr. Manhattan has the throne right now for being the strongest character in all of fiction.
Capable of dividing his quantum consciousness among separate physical forms, meaning you're not just fighting one, you're fighting infinity. Previously mentioning his ability to manipulate all forms of energy, his control over energy is so great that he's able to pull all the energy out of Green Lantern's ring, with this ring being so powerful that its only limitation is the imagination of its wearer. But strength like this is beyond imagination.
Exactly.
He has the ability to grow or shrink instantly, and this ability doesn't seem to have a limit. And even while in microscopic,
he can turn into molecules and still be strong as fuck. What the? You telling me he can grow and shrink to any size and still be strong as hell? He could be a little ant size and kill me still. All right, bro. I thought I had a chance against Sun Wukong, but this motherfucker, I definitely don't have a chance at all.
Shrink instantly, and this ability doesn't seem to have a limit. And even while in microscopic size, superhuman heights, or seemingly any physical form, his physical strength is off the charts, as he's lifted entire planets. But it isn't only strength that makes him special. This god is extremely fast, as Barry Allen's Flash was unable to react to Dr. Manhattan's attacks, and the Flash can run 13 trillion times the speed of light. Wow. With this not being the only feat of the Flash, as
he even had to say wow. That's how you know he was shocked. He said wow.
times the speed of light. Wow. With this not being the only feat of the Flash, as he's literally outrun death. And having control over the speed force would make him even faster than Wally West, with Wally being so fast that he can crack hyper time and literally become the speed force itself. But with a being that can literally control all of existence, there's quite literally no place to run. Overall, Dr. Manhattan would scale layers into outer versal with irrelevant speed. And shout out to Jeremy, who dropped 75 to sponsor this video. In the end, John Osterman has come a long way from being in a tragic accident that blessed him with the strength of a god, with him now being able to control all of reality with a single thought. Strength so far that you can't even begin to see. Taking gods to school, and he has a PhD.
Another W video, Official Divine. You keep on edging me on, bro. You keep on edging me on.